Hey guys, welcome back. Right, let's see what the market's got for us today. Can you guys hear me? All right, is the sound good? Let's check the sound first. Let me know. Right. Okay, we're gonna jump on there now. I just want to check that the sound's good. Yeah. Right, so it looks like sounds good, and that's good. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's do this. All right. Alrighty, let's see. We don't worry too much about the opening here. So before we do anything crazy, let's just. Alright, so I'm trying to see. So we moved up. We keep moving up. Alright, if we start selling off, we'll make space for all of those. I just want to do this quickly. Today is the seventh. Okay, so 15 minutes. We've run liquidity up here. Looks like we've got some liquidity down here. Equal lows. Okay, let me just get my ducks in a row with the higher time frame here. Okay, 15 minutes, pretty sideways here. Let's jump to a 1 minute and see what. Pretty sideways move here, guys. This was a nice move, but these equal highs got run here. These ones. Alright, so let's see if that holds. To send price lower, there's some equal lows here. And that's those lows down there. NFP tomorrow, guys. Just keep that in mind. Hi, guys. Okay, so at this point, I just want to see where's, okay, that's highs. So we could, on a 15 minute, we're still bullish, guys. There's just no way around this yet. Even if we look at this, we are closing a gap here, which is this one. So just get a block out. It's going to be this gap. So we add 50% of that gap. We can take it off in a bit. So we add 50% of the overnight gap. Don't know if we're going to fill it completely, but let's see. So 50% lined up with these equal highs here. There's those equal highs. I just want to see if we bounce off any fair value gaps here. There's no gaps here. Let's just go to an hour. There's no gaps here. All right, 5 minutes. Okay, so there's a gap here which we pinned into it. This is on 5 minutes. And I'm going to mark it out. I'm going to take this off. And then we'll jump down to 1 minute to see if we get any reaction here. And there's a little gap on the top end of this gap. But we're working with the 5 minutes to see if it wants to send price lower. Okay, there's a reaction there. Just bouncing off that VWAP, just want to see, there's no fairly gap formed yet. Okay, now we wait. Now we wait. Strange on the this area here on the CFD, that's actually a gap there. Still moving up and down here. Okay, just bear in mind tomorrow is NFP, so we could see price do nothing today. And I mean, overnight was pretty sideways, or from London, put it that way, not overnight. So let's just keep an eye on this. Okay, let's look at something quickly here. Okay. Looks a bit bullish here. All right, so there's nothing to obviously engage here yet. So just staying patient still. take some time. Okay, so we're in that 5-minute fair value gap. Obviously want to see if we're just going to slice through to go higher, or are we actually going to see some sort of a rejection here? Okay, let's see the next candle. This one, if it's also going to reject, forming a swing high there. Okay, that looks like a swing high there, but let's see how this candle closes. Okay, so that seems like we might want to go lower here. Or maybe this is just a pullback. The swing point's still there. We haven't closed below this up candle. Formed a swing high there in that fair value gap. So that could indicate that we will close below here to push lower, and then we've got these equal lows right down here. Okay, I'm gonna try this here. It's a little fair value gap here. And then we obviously close below this white candle here. Only reason I'm targeting this low here, we ran liquidity up here. Now spins into this 5-minute fair value gap. We close lower, close there. And I mean, I could have possibly waited for up here. And now I'm expecting to see some sort of a sell-off to these equal lows. Okay, let's see if we can get some follow through here. All right, so this is the bottom of the first 15. That's the top. So we're pretty much in the center here. But we want to see, nice to see some sort of a breakout here, even if it wants to go test again. But see if we can get that follow through to our equal lows then. Right, let's see if we can get a slice through here. Nice slice would be great. Don't stop now. All right, I'm putting my stop here at break even. And so close here. That's fine, let's see. Right, so we've closed below the swing point here. We closed here. So that's actually the protected high where your stop should still sit. I see this white block here as an order block. My entry is just above that. So if we want to go higher here, this little fair value gap here is where we could bounce in. Then I don't want to see price smash through it. If we do, it's not okay, but I mean, at least I'm not taking a big loss. So, well, I'm not taking a loss. Look, this trade is not a home run. It's going to be a basic trade. It's a very good one, $1,700. There is more sell side lower down. I just don't know if we're going to run through all of this today. I don't know if we're keeping that for tomorrow and we've been going sideways and maybe we continue the sideways move. That's where I would rather, mark out equal highs. We ran it, now targeting the opposite. I know there's liquidity lower and we can look at entries there, but this is the target for me for today. All right, so we below the first 15-minute range and we consolidating there. Let's see if we can get that pump down. All right, so what's happened now is a swing high that formed here. So if you take the range from here down to here, that's within your reach. That's a liquidity rate. We didn't get to the fair value gap up there. I thought we would. But be as it may, we can still go up there. But because we ran it now, I would like to see the next candle form a new swing high and then send price lower here. see if we can get a down close candle. There we go to the fair value gap now. Now I want to see a down candle close here. I don't want to see price running higher here. If it does, then I'm most probably wrong and we might go higher. And I'm just putting your eyes to that white candle. That's where I was expecting price to get blocked. And let's see if it holds up. Right, so that's a good reaction there. And now we want to see price obviously gosh, I want to see this get taken. It's amazing how price. Right, so that's it. I'm out of this trade at break even. And like I said, if I go higher there, then I'm most probably wrong here. So this is not strong enough to send us down. Might still go down, but it's unfortunate. The reason I trail my stop to break even, because if I'm wrong, like in this case, if I left my stop here or above here, now I need to I need to find trades to break even first before I can show a profit. Yeah, we broke structures, it made sense to move it to break even, and now I'm stopped out, I'm flat. So I don't need to chase another trade just to make my account flat again. I mean, we've seen it all the time this week, where these highs get run multiple times before it moves, and if you were in a position where you keep moving your stop higher, it most probably will just take more of your profits. I mean, the reality is I could have taken some partials down here, but I didn't. Right, so there we go. Higher. Right, so this 15-minute candle's got 5 minutes left. And if you look at it, it looks like it's gonna do the bullish move. There's equal lows here, there's equal lows here. There's actually more liquidity. And again, maybe this comes down PM session, I don't know. See, we're leaving a lot of equal lows. So I don't know, maybe we run this high and then come down, or maybe we just continue up higher. So let's see how this candle closes, and then we'll go back to the 1 minute. Because this candle's wick took all these wicks out except the equal lows, and then push higher. If it closes above that, then we could most probably see price going higher. Yeah. And it is, this is the first 15-minute candle, this one, not the one that we're in now. And I was hoping to see a spike through that low and then, you know, obviously do what it wants to do. But it seems like it does not want to do that. Okay, so there's 3 more candles of the minute left. Let's go here and then we can observe it. All right, so we can take this off, take that off, that off. I'm gonna take this. I mean, this lines up with a fair value gap here. But what you would do, you would take that swing to that swing. So the fair value gap, if you want to go long, is going to be this one here. This one there. I mean, I know we broke above this one. We can spike there to run higher, but this is the value fair value gap right here. Okay, let's see if this is going to allow it to go through. Right, so there's 1 candle left after this for the first, that 15-minute candle. And remember, we need the candle to close above here to stay bullish. Okay, let's see. Right at the top there. Doesn't close above it, so let's see if we can. I mean, if this is a swing low now, the following candles can use this as liquidity. to run it, to bounce from here and then go higher. Or it can completely reverse, guys. Right, let's see. Are we just not gonna run down, or we're just gonna run up? I mean, if we're not going down to this area here, then we might see a bigger move to the upside. But I'll be surprised if we see that now, especially with NFP tomorrow. It's stuck in a consolidation here, which is normally after expansion, consolidation. What you want to see now is like a manipulation and then expansion again. So we're not going to push or force any trades here, just because of what's lining up for tomorrow. So just be patient. Come on. Give us something. All right, so while we wait for that, just looking at this again. So, I mean, this is a little bit of a move up and consolidation, and now we're going up again. All right, so there we see the push. We did close above those highs. So I don't know if this low gonna be attacked now. We could bounce here to go higher. There's a nice bounce there. Just want to see we are above this. So that fair value gaps doesn't really mean anything. Let's take that off. What does it serve now? Nothing. All right, so now we can just read price. This is a swing low in this fair value gap here. We did close above this level on this candle. We did push away. We came back and tested that. So that could have been an entry to take you higher. But we're back at all-time highs again, or close to it. Or are we at it? Yep, we at it. So even on the 1 hour, guys, this bullish move is very extended, and I know we've been saying that, but I can also see it's very extended and it's contracting. So that normally means there's either big manipulation or aggressive move on its way. And it can be a gap, it can be anything. Right, so maybe what we should do is, while we keeping our eye on things here, we'll mark our protected lows, and this will be a protected low because that's where we closed over and we broke this here, protected low. That's the low that initiated that structural break. And let's see if we can keep building onto it. So obviously if you entered, I don't know, wherever, maybe you entered in this fair value gap here, your possible stop loss should have been down here, but now you're break even, now you're in the profit, now you're in more profit up here. If you're still not happy, you would wait for another swing and swing low to form and a swing high to get broken like this, close above it, and that's where you'll trail your stop. Okay. I mean, there's little gaps here. So if you want to target any of these gaps, you will look at probably look at this gap here. But you will target at 50% of this gap. The dotted line, as you can see, there's a little dotted line, that's the 50%. And you would want to get long there if you want to take a long. But as we move higher, that line will change, so just keep that in mind. Now we're at 50%. Now the problem here is there's a swing high right here. Right there. I'm sure that's a swing. Yes, you guys can see it. That's the swing. We broke it. So that's bullish. This should be protected, but what I'm keeping an eye on, we haven't come back down to the 50% of this range. So this could be a false protected low where price wants to go through it, but we haven't formed a low yet. This candle must close first to form the swing low. So you need 3 candles for swing lows like this. A low one in the middle, and left and right is higher lows. Alright, so now that is a swing low. Now, will this candle or these candles come down to run this as liquidity to test down here and then run higher, or what? That's the new high we want to target. Right, so we tagging through that, so I don't know that that's going to be a high. This is still the high. I'm looking for swing highs, and now you're going to have to follow that till you get a proper swing high. Okay, 15 minutes is a big fat white candle at this point. So anybody who traded the breakout of the orb, that's the high. Nice breakout, test, inner fair value gap, and then run higher. That's a valid high now. But what will we do? Will we run this low into this fair value gap and then go higher, or what? Alright, so now the entry is on top of this fair value gap, not at 50% anymore. Something like that. Okay, taking that off. Just see what we do here. Are we going to close above that, or are we going to pin through it? Obviously, a close above it is bullish. And there's the pin to the top of that fair value gap, guys. See how quickly that happens. If you don't know where to enter and you don't have your orders ready, you're going to miss these moves. I mean, this is like a instant pickup right where we said price would, get to an expansion from there. And this is your consolidation, manipulation, taking this low out, like we said, this low here. And this was exactly how we lined it out. And what we did is we set this low to that high, this one here. That's where we should get to that fair value gap, to the top end of it, to run this liquidity and then expand away from it. And that's exactly what happened here. So if you've entered here, that is 40 points. You only need 10 points to make money, guys. This could be a bounce here. So we want to see price close above that now to go higher. And then and that's why I said this is a protected low, but it's a false one. So we want to see something like this. So you can preempt this and say this is a protected low here, but you need to see price close above here first to make this a protected low. We could still come down here for more orders. I mean, we can do a little bit of a preempt trade here. This one. Oh, gosh. Just target at high. See how we pull back? It's lower highs, higher lows. That is typical. So this is micros, this is 10 micros, just so you all know. So that's equal to 1 mini. Let's see if we can get to that high for a quick base hit. So you only need $300 a day to make good money. You don't need to make thousands. I know we could have taken 1,000 down here, but I was expecting those equal lows to get taken, so pity that I'm not getting picked up here. Always keep my finger on the trigger. Okay, so that's done. So see, this is the difference now. If I took this trade down here, I left my risk where it was, and I would have been down, I think, $400 if I didn't move my stop to break even. If I now wanted to take this trade, I'm just trading to break even and not, to actually scoop money out the market. I know I could have take more out here, but like I said, I was expecting us to get down there. So but this is just a low target. We consolidated, we formed liquidity, we ran it, and we pushed higher. We came back to test this area, and now you want to see expansion. And that's after consolidation, manipulation, expansion. Does it always work this way? No. Does it set up like that? Yes. I mean, this one here, I thought we're going to get a rundown into this fair value gap like this one to do the same. And obviously we did not. And there we get a nice big move. This is still your protected low because we broke through the structure here. So if you enter down here, even down here, if you entered here, you're at break even here. You could then move your stop up to here if you want, just to follow this momentum. So when it turns, takes you out. But that's a personal preference if you want to trade like that. Where should we, sorry, I didn't mark this out. So this bottom fair value gap is the value fair value gap. If we believe we want to go higher, so you want to see price bounce here at this fair value gap. So a lot of people will take the trade in this fair value gap here, but because you buy in discount, you sell in premium. This is still seen as a premium area. You should only look for sells if you sell, but if you want to buy, you want to look for value. Value is in discount, and that's not up here, it's down here. That's why you'll see me use Fibonacci to carry the range. All right, so this is the next high. Do you guys want to know the funny part? So yesterday, S&P was running up the page and Nasdaq was stuck down at the bottom. Today, Nasdaq is running higher and S&P is doing exactly what Nasdaq did yesterday, been stuck down here. I'm not taking an entry here. So we're at all-time highs. I mean, it is bullish, but I mean, in theory, you should follow bullishness. It's, yeah, I'm not too keen. 15-minute third candle, just bullish, bullish, bullish. And what I look at is it's the 1, 2, 3. So this could go up there and then shift to come down and take all of this liquidity out that was obviously generated here, plus equal highs down here. So I would rather wait and see if we get a nice shift to the downside, breaking this, closing below here, then I'll look for shorts. And then I'll target this low, this low, this low, and ultimately these equal lows down here. But I don't think it will just happen now. I think this might go sideways more, higher up, but more in a sideways fashion, and then maybe just before PM drop or something, I don't know. Okay, momentum still looks pretty strong to the upside there. But then again, I can't just buy here. I need this. There's another swing point that formed just above the area to buy. So we could see a dump like this down below here and then bounce again. If it's bullish is still strong to the upside. Guys, if you got any questions around the trading today, just pop it in the comments below and we can go through it again if something's not clear. How about a deep pullback to longer? Gosh, I mean, I would like to get a pullback, one. Secondly, when this market decides to, to drop, who knows? I mean, while we wait for this thing to... Okay, so if we close above that high, like we did over here, then this low here will become protected. Just be careful because we haven't really touched this fair value gap. Let's just go to the 1 hour quickly. I mean, we've got all this liquidity hanging around here for us to run. So I wish I had that, that feeling or know-how as to when this is gonna turn around. I just know even on the daily, everything is just so strong. I mean, this is just insane. There's like 95% white candles just going up, gap up, just keep pushing higher, which is doesn't even give you a nice pullback to you know, to take some trades to go along. I know in a 1 minute you can find these, but not for those big moves. It's all just tiny moves. All right, so this low here, or not this low, this candle, if we close below that, we could potentially inverse this to come lower down here, because I mean, this is pretty much equal highs now, and we didn't, you know, take it out there. I'll be careful, guys. The 15-minute is still very much bullish, and this could just be a pullback to bounce again. So yeah, don't go crazy. Every short has, yeah, no, you can't short now. Unless you want to make 1 point. Good. And this is probably one of those things, guys. So, and we've seen it so many times in this last couple of weeks. We refused to take this out. We came down, we spiked through this. So now we're most probably just going to see a sideways move here. And maybe I must prove it to take a buy there and just, I don't know, a couple of points. That is, maybe I'll get proved wrong now. We've just seen it this last few weeks. You pin through that, you go to the other side, you come back, blah, 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 all of that. If it doesn't work today, then so be it. But let's see. There's nothing clever about this trade here, guys. I'm just showing you guys how, you know, how important this is and this here. You could still drop here. So hang my finger on the trigger in case something silly happens. See how quickly that thing moved. Didn't even take me out. And it went through that. I'm just going to close it there, because if it starts doing stuff like that, then what you'll see now, the point is, once we don't close below those bodies, well, that's good. Did you take the same trade or what? Because we don't close below that, it's very, it tend to go sideways. Yep, it's building up. It's contracting. I won't be surprised if we start selling off to take some of these protected lows. I can't mark any protected lows here, so let's just be patient. Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, even this fair value gap, this low here is liquidity. It's good liquidity. Remember, that was a very, very quick move. So all of this is liquidity. That's liquidity because we haven't filled this gap yet. So all of this is out to go. Okay, so we're back at that high now. So let's see, 5-minute fair value gap. All right, so yeah, so I took that little gap, fair value gap there. But this, we'll have to see. Let's see. So when it comes to, these time frames that I trade, once I find a bias of where we're going to go, I mean, I'll very seldom look at the 5-minute and that, but the 1 minute, and then I stick on that because that will keep me in the rhythm of how price moves. If I find something like this on a 5-minute, I will stay on the 5-minute. The minute you start jumping from the one to the other, I know going higher, it will highlight if there was no fair value gap here. You can jump higher to see if we missed anything, then it would stand out. But yeah, just to, for me not to get confused by myself, I try to stick to one once I've decided where we're going. See, I would have, cashed in there with this move up there now. But again, that wasn't a trade. That was just to demonstrate that when you see this happen, you're probably going to, and remember, you are bullish. We are rejecting here. So to get long down here somewhere with a target here in the middle, I mean, it's a very good chance that you'll get filled. Even if price drop, it could go, test that 50% to drop, or it could just continue higher. If this was going to drop lower immediately, this candle wouldn't pin through it. It will close below it and then do some stuff and then drop. That's why I mean, it didn't look like I was confident about a trade, but that's not a trade that I would take with real money. All right, so now we broke through this, guys, and you can now move your, I'm going to put it here. I mean, this is a risky low here. I mean, you could potentially put it below the fair value gap in case we get a bounce. But if we actually come down now and close below all of this, this thing might go lower. So if you want to maximize this, this is the actual low that initiated that break of structure. Just to show you, I'm sure it is it looks very equal. Maybe it is. All right, so then it's most probably just this low. I wonder where's that cursor that shows price. Open, high, low, and close. Where do you see that? Doesn't matter. Okay, so this fair value gap up here, we're keeping an eye on that. We ran liquidity. If we nicely inverse this, that could be a possible inversion. If you want price to bounce here, you got to get it to the bottom of this fair value gap to spike lower and then bounce. Even in this little volume imbalance here. Yeah, let's leave it. But this is the fair value gap. You want to bounce it off at the bottom of this. If you're still in longs and want to take it higher. We form a swing low here. That's also liquidity. Hey Wesley, how are you doing, man? All right, so let's see if we're going to run this low, pin in here and reject. So if we move down here, we want to close back above this high, this low, sorry. So let's do that. So you want price to go low to there and pin back up into that area. It's going consolidation. So what do we know? It's expansion, consolidation, manipulation, expansion. Could manipulate, expand lower as well. Under 1 minute, price is contracting where it is now. So it could be I don't know, could be a deeper manipulation or something. All right, so yeah, so but for me is from this swing to that, I need to get down here. But then again, guys, when we see price not getting to those areas, that's where we're going to see this whole trend line becomes liquidity later, where we're going to start roll over and target these equal lows down here. So if you're not taking longs here and you feel like you're missing the boat, don't worry. The higher it goes, the more money you're going to make when it pull back. Alright, so let's see if we're going to close above that. I mean, guys, you can see if you enter down here and you target, let's see, let's say you entered here and you had your, even down here. And you had a target for 2R is right here. When we start moving away, you would have been at break even very quickly. And here where you are now, that's a 2R trade. That's what you expected to have won. But because you sit with it and you read price action the way we do, you are now already at 3.2 R. So you can either take the money off the table, and even if you now move your stop to this low here, you're on 2.6 R. If that close above that area, that will become your protected low here. That's where you're on 2.6. So you just need to know when are you going to be happy with whatever you do. I mean, you could move it now if you just want to secure profit. What you don't want to do is get this to run all the way down and stop you out. And the reason why you do this is you want to de-risk your trade as quickly as possible. And then obviously you want to maximize your returns. If you're targeting a 2R trade, now up here you at 3 point something. I mean, you literally at 2.6 now, which is good. It helps. I mean, that 0.6 of an R makes a huge difference. Okay, so this is the new swing point there. Looks equal, but it is a swing point. I can show you. Okay, so you want to see what price is going to do now. Yeah. Let's get it right there. If it closes above that, below that, like that, then we're most probably going to start seeing price going lower here. And we run here. That's a perfect shift down there. And I'm actually going to look for some shorts here because we ran liquidity here. This is liquidity. And this is break and structure. I don't like the pin now, but let's see. We did close below it. So if you take this, do that. I mean, this is going to be the fair value gap. I'd like to see some sort of a pull. Okay, so we closed below that. So that's good. Let's see if this is a fair value gap that we're forming. Let's see, fair value gap. We inverse this fair value gap. We haven't yet, but let's mark it out and see if we can get the gap. Let's see where this candle. I don't like these pins, but all right. So now that is IFVG. Oh gosh, just missed it. Let's see. You've got to get it up here. So let's see, it does 50%. Okay, so we've got all this liquidity down here. This is a sensible place to take a trade. What we could do is wait for the market to give another type of setup just to make you comfortable with the trade. But let's see if we're actually getting picked up here. Be nice if we can. Let's see. I'm going to leave it at 10. Okay. I mean, if we're really going to go all the way to the top, then it's just silly. Here we go again. We inverse. Gosh. Anyways, I've put it in, so if I get taken out here, then so be it. It's set up nicely. There's lots of liquidity to the downside, so maybe we're not ready to go there yet. So I mean, I could close the trade if we close up here, but I'm actually going to leave it. Because to be bullish, you need to close above these black candles here. I'm worried we'll just spike up there, but let it be, let's see. So if I get stopped here, I'll probably be close to break even for the session, because I did make that 300 and something. So I'll be slightly down, I think. So I'm happy to risk this one. Because I've seen it also, where it sets up nicely, I close it, and then it stops there, and then have a nice drop. The rules of this fair value gaps is if you close above it, you're out. So in theory, I should have taken it off, and it's probably going to cost me. And notice, guys, I'm not touching that stop loss. I've already made my decision. If I get stopped, so be it. Maybe we print equal highs here. That would be lekker. Alright, so that trade's gone. Not the end of the world. I mean, it just goes back 15 minutes, still very bullish. So maybe I should have waited. But this did set up as a possible short, so it's one of those things. Okay, now we're gonna pump higher. Yeah. All right, so look at this, guys. So we did say if we close above this black candles bodies, we did. So now if you're still in your long, this is your new protected low. And now you make, I mean, now you, I don't even know, what, 3.5 or something. And we broke the structure. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that just for this purposes. And we broke structure here, close nicely above it. So that indicates more bullishness. All right, so I was thinking, okay, we short, shake my head. I did know, well, I did think that this was going to be a risky short, and we did say that, so, and it's, yeah, just be careful. We just need something stronger. I mean, the 15 minutes still bullish, and these are all false setups basically. But that's one of those things. All right, so always thinking current trend setups is manipulation and shit. Yeah. So what I was looking at, and why I also took this trade, is we started to contract on price, and the volume is obviously going a bit of sideways here, and we struggling to break highs, and then we closed below this, and we inversed. Didn't like this wick, but it is what it is. What you could do is, once this happened, wait for that white candle to form, and then wait for price to close below the bodies here. Once we close below it, you can enter there, put your stop there, and then you got basically double confirmation. I'll preempt this, and I'm not killing the bank with this, so I mean, now the next step again is that low to that high. It's pretty much down here into this area, so that's the new high. If we close below bodies here, then that's going to be stored, and then we inverse all of this, so then it becomes bearish. But then we need to keep an eye on that 15-minute as well. Well, is it a plus buy? I mean, these candles here, this is fairly order block, and if you mark this out, it's not in the top, it's a little bit down, so you could wait for price to get here if you believe the trend is so strong that it's gonna continue higher. 15 minutes has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white candles in a row. One would think at some point there's going to be a little bit of a pullback, but until it's not there, then I guess trend is up. I don't know if it will work, but this would be looks like a place to obviously take entries. And I want to see something quickly. Okay, I'm marking this out. This one here, that's the overlap with, there's no fair value gap this side, but this is the overlap for potential buy zone. It's purely up to you guys if you want to take those. Manipulation both sides. Yes, that's right. Yep, 29,000. We said yesterday PM session we wanted to go what, 28,750 or something. And we said maybe we go to 30,000. Maybe that's where we're going before NFP tomorrow. I mean, we're so close. So. What I want to show you guys. All right, keep this in mind, but let's just jump to a 15-minute quickly. And let's see. If we do this, 50% is going to be around here. Let's just mark it and then go back. Okay, 50% is around here. It's right at this VWAP area. So if we close above here, we could see price going higher up there because there's a narrative that we pushed higher. So this is how it works, guys. Again, we consolidated. This looked like the manipulation and the expansion higher. So if you want to wait and you see expansion break lower, be good to see some sort of a consolidation and then look for equal highs and stuff to trade from. All right, so someone's in a buy here. If you're up, great work. Okay, someone's in a buy. Let's see. It's a little fair value gap down here that we've had earlier. We're holding that IFVG 50%. And as long as we don't close below this line, below this IFVG there, then I'll be... So let's see. That is a swing point now, so could possibly see price moving up here. So high, low, high, low. If we see something which stops here and refused to go higher and then broke lower, that might look like a low, high, low, high, low, high, low. Fail to go high, lower, low. So let's see. All right, enter right at the wick. That's nice. That's a good entry. I mean, if you close above here, I'm not saying you have to do it. What I would do, if we close above there, I will obviously, if you're down here, move it to break even-ish, just for in case if this thing turns around and roll over. Unless you're happy to take the risk, then it's obviously fine. Okay, let's see. All right, these are the two key areas. Close below here or close above there. It's going to tell us where we want to go. Okay, so I'm down $170. So let's see if it's going to want to bounce here. That's the problem with these all-time highs. You never know how far this will go. Okay, so stop loss few points below protected low. Okay. Okay, so this looks like a bearish move here. Okay, so we need to get back up into this area. Okay, so now that we've broken these protected lows, that to me indicate, all right, so we went down, high, up, down. We could now pull back into this fair value gap that we're printing here. Then look for possible shorts and only short term, which is this liquidity wall down here. Thing is, we've taken two liquidities now. So I just want to mark it all out so we got it. Alright, so this fair value gap here. Let's see. Let's sell. Okay, so got that one. See if this is going to form a swing low here to maybe come pick us up there. Okay, that's a swing low now, taking out all of this. And now we turn our heads to this. That's a protected high because we broke and closed strongly below that. So any stops should be possibly be safe up there. Okay, so we close violators bodies here, so that could be your resistance. I want us to go a little bit higher. Come on, let's see if we can get it. All right, I'm in it. And now, I mean, equal lows are right down there, which is a nice target. So what I'm going to do, we're going to see if we can. So I've got more risk on this one and see if we can manage this one down. Just remember what I said when you see these overlapping fair value gaps. It's a nice place to get your entries in. So actually I should have waited up there, but it's fine. Now let's see if we can send this down. Normally I don't take a trade after 11. But what I've noticed as well is every time I close or end my stream this time, I come back and I see, oh, got that move that we were looking for. So I'll stream a little bit longer today and see if we can, what can happen with this trade. All right, so we need price to come and close below these white candles here. Then I can bring my stop to this higher. This looks like a sell model, guy. It's been moving up, 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 up. And I wonder if it will work. Sorry, I just want to see if it looks better like this. No. Let's go back to the candles. But basically, we made lows, higher highs, lower, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then suddenly a lower low. So that tells me that's bearish. And normally what would happen is this would go back up, try to fail to make a high, and then back down again. So if this is protected high, we want to see a close below this level and inverse this fair value gap. That will give us a new protected high here and break the lows. Then you get back in sync with lower highs, lower lows, and so on. Alright, so what are we going to do? What's the plan here, guys? Are we going to take... we could say we buy back 5 here. I'm just showing you guys how to scale your profits, and we can do 5 here, and then we could possibly let's take this off and put 5 down here. Okay, so now we've got take profits. We will still manage risk, but just to show you, because what I've done earlier, you take profit. You should have a strategy in place to take money off the table, basically. And now it's a waiting game. We sit and wait. So we went down to that level and we just touched it. We didn't close below it. So I just wanted to close so I can reduce my risk. And that's my aim here, guys. My aim is not to say we're going to get down here and if I get stopped out, throw my laptop in the swimming pool. My aim now is to look for an entry. I got an entry. This is what's important for me now. How can I reduce this? So a lot of people I've seen on the internet, people say, once you've put your trade on, don't interfere with it. That's fine. But for me, I am going to interfere because I'm going to reduce my risk. And that works for me. If it doesn't work for people, then you've got to find your own way of doing that. But for me, this is what I do. And if I get stopped out at break even again, then it's just one of those things. There are days, if you follow me long enough, where you're going to see I'm going to risk $200 and I'm going to take out $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 on those trades because of exactly what I'm doing. It's just not, working in the conditions now, but you know, for the last month, 2 months. But I'm sticking to my rules, and yeah, I mean, the only thing I don't do, I don't take partials, and maybe it is something I need to, you know, protect myself. Righty. The other problem is this. Where did we say is that 50%? Because that's what I need to target actually. As much as these equal lows looks so great, this is 50% here. And maybe we'll get lucky to go down there. Yeah. So maybe that's where I need to, but I'll trail it, guys. I'll take some money off here and then I'll trail the rest. And we'll see. So what do we have here? So we've got expansion. What comes after expansion? Consolidation. What is after consolidation? Manipulation. So maybe this I gets manipulated, and then we should see expansion. But then keep in mind, guys, low hanging fruit is probably going to be to this view up level here because of this range. Very bullish range. Let's see if we can get the inverse of this. Alright, so I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to take that off. Start. Sorry about that, guys. I just had a power cut. So let's just see if you guys can hear me okay. All right, so let's keep going here and see if people are coming back. I'm going to keep managing this trade and see. All right, so guys, I had a little bit of a power cut out of the blue. But if you guys can hear me, maybe just type a Y or something so I can see everything's good. All right, okay, so everybody can hear me. All right. So again, just where I don't even know what I was saying at a point. Okay, so expansion, we're still in consolidation here. If we get a close below all of this, then it is good. Sorry, I just need to connect to my account again. All right, so I mean, people might think, Neil, why don't you just take the $800 and walk away? because I do believe we're gonna come lower here, and if we don't, I mean, I'm not taking that low there as a break in structure. I need to get through this low here. So let's see. So what you must also remember now, this high, this high, this high, this is all liquidity. So we could see a bump up to run this, and then expansion lower down, or we can just expand. So in my mind, there's all this money down here for us to capitalize on. Will we go there? I don't know. But what is important is to reduce this as much as I can. This is most probably going to be, and hopefully, a manipulation. So we want to see price, take this off here. I want to see price come, and even if it goes to this high, to spike through it, not take me out, and then close back in it, and then see price move down. Let's see. So we did close below those bodies there, but not through the lows. So now we've got equal lows here. Now we want to see price close below those equal lows. I like the momentum, but I need it to follow through here. Otherwise, this is just still consolidation. Alrighty, let's see. Whatever's happening here, guys, doesn't mean if it sets up here as a short that we need to run all the liquidity down here. So these black candles here is a breaker, and see how we dapped into it a couple of times. And that's also telling me that we might see price come down here. But I'll also have in the back of my mind, this is five, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 15-minute candles straight green or white. So this could just be, this could be a manipulation down to bounce here to go up. I'm using this reference point here to see if we want to go below that to test to go lower. But I will reduce my risk here if we can get below that like that, yes. But now I don't want it to bounce there. I want it to close down there. Okay, so we close it. And I'm going to bring my risk down to 300 bucks. That's fine. See if we can go lower. That area there is not a bounce area. I need price to close below it, because then that area there, because of that order block, becomes a resistance to send price lower. If we close above this, not that, this area, I will collapse my trade, because this could then send price up again. I know there's liquidity here, let's make it a little bit tricky, but you can get consolidation and just expansion as well. Okay, if we close below these two levels, I will move my stop to break even, and hopefully I'll get this one partial out of the way. So price is struggling to go lower here, which is a bit of a problem. I'm going to take these VWAPs off just to keep it a little bit cleaner here. All right, let's see. All right, so what we've got here is a little bit of expansion. This looks like a consolidation, so we might see that. And now hopefully we get pricing dropping again. And if it doesn't, then what can you say? What can you do? One thing we must admit, price did go to the 50% of this range. So that's the range. We bounce off the 50%. And this could now bounce back to the 50% of this, which is up there into this fair value gap. It could go higher to run all of this liquidity. Then it most probably will take me out and then drop further. That's the problem here. Okay, I'm going to close this trade. So I'm taking that $200-300 off there. Because I'm expecting a run here, and then I'll see if there's a new entry. All right, so I'm up 115. So and we close above this body. That's what I said. I don't want us to close there, which we have. And that tells me we want to go for these highs here. Guys, I think the key thing for trading is you need to know up front, if price does this, I'm out, I'm wrong, and that's it. You don't have to wait for price to get you stopped out. I still think this will hold, but 15-minute is bullish, so this could be the bounce to go higher. Or if we run liquidity here and we shift down, okay, then it's different. So let's see. Okay, let's see. We're probably going to run those highs now. And let's see if we close above that area, this line. When it close above that, then the protected high is in trouble as well. But if we pin through it and close back in, then we most probably can see some down move. And then this body here becomes important. Right, so if your stop loss is not hit, that's fine. Mine would have got hit, so let's see. Right, so that was a little bump above those highs. Let's see if we can hold that and start selling off again. Let's see where this was. And again, guys, this is at that 50% of this range. Okay, so let's see how much. How much is a point? Well, a micro, I think, works in $2 a point. Minis is $20 a point. I'm sure the standard is like 2 and 20. I'll go and check with on this paper trade on what you call it. I mean, there's 1 point. Let's just do this. 1. And then gosh, I can't even see. It works to $1 or $2 a point. I was right on that. And I showed 3 there, but it's probably just over a point. So those buy limits that I've put there is because if you take a trade on TradingView, I can't say close 5 here, close 5 here, close 5 here. Got to put buy limits in. So I'm selling off, and then when it gets there, it will buy back and it will net it off. I mean, if I watch it live, I can go in and do a partial close, but I can't put different partial take profits. Okay, so we've run this. We're closing above here. Just to show you guys this high, we're closing above it over there. So that tells me we might want to go higher here. So sets up nicely, but follow through is not a good thing here. All right, we need to close below that line if we gonna send price lower here. Just keep in mind, 15 minutes still bullish. I don't think we're going to drop it. I think we're going to go sideways a bit, yeah. I think, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off here. You guys get the gist of what happened today. We've got all this liquidity still, waiting to be tapped with the equal lows down there. I'm going to be back at the PM session. Hopefully this has gone sideways to give us that opportunity to go down there. But be as it may, we'll see what's left. And then we'll see what we can trade from there. Guys, thanks a lot for your support and being around. Sorry about that power glitch. And I'll see you guys a bit later in the PM session. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.